Hello, my name is Mars, and welcome back to I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. It's the middle of dusk as the colony prepares to go to war under the command of General Loom. I'm a little worried about how that's going to impact us, but I guess there's nothing we can really do about it, except just continue working, continue bettering what stats we can, and getting some new kudos. Let's work. Work on the farm. You love the smell of the dark, nitrogen-rich soil from Earth. It smells warm and, well, earthy. Even though it's mostly decaying plant matter, and probably a healthy amount of human and animal waste, you can't help but think it just smells good, like it sucks in the energy of the suns and releases it to all living things. Does this count as a mental challenge? Yes, it does. Yay. Let's just put that at the end there. That's our super goal already, but yeah. Nice start to the episode in terms of skills. Hey, it looks like we might actually get our toughness up to perk level soon. That'd be cool. You're browsing the colony bulletin board on your holopalm over breakfast when you notice a new post from Nami. It seems to be a short story. The title is Xenos to the Rescue. Oh boy, oh. Is this gonna get them, is this gonna get them labeled a traitor or something? Considering the whole war on nature going on? I'm nervous. I'm excited to see what they've made, though. You open the story and read through it. Wow, it's actually pretty good. Nami did a great job of grounding the unrealistic premise of talking manticores with relatable characters and a strong emotional story. With your help in some of the finer details, Nami's written something that truly elevates the art form. You get the notification through your holopalm that you've received some kudos, along with a message from Nami. Thanks for the help, Solana! Here are your royalties! Oh, I'm glad for that. Yay. Let's spend some of that. You know what? I'm gonna look at this hat again. +5 empathy, +1 bonus to straights. I guess that's not really that much better than the doll. That was just persuasion instead of empathy that it boosted. Oh, +10 to all skills? That's actually not that bad. And +2 to social challenges. I mean, I might buy that just for the heck of it. No, you know what? Yes. Yes. I purchased that thing. And now this will help me out outside of challenges, is the thing. This would get me in good with Nami. Yeah. We could at least get Nami's other card. Hey. Want to make something? Nami flaps their hands in front of their face. I do, but it's so hot on this planet, don't you think? You shrug. Sure, it's different than living on a climate-controlled spaceship, but you're kind of used to it by now. Nami snaps their fingers. Wait, we should make something to stay cool. Hey, we got more creativity. You and Nami brainstorm all sorts of weird and wonderful ways to stay cool, Umbrella hats, sunglasses with funny shapes, giant vats of cooling goop, but it all seems too complicated. Eventually, you just end up doodling on some of Nami's paper and folding it to make paper fans. Sometimes the best solutions are the most simple, they smile, fanning themselves with their new Turbo Girl Hyperjet Transform fan. Nice, okay. Well, if we don't have the boost to our yellow cards, maybe we want to get rid of some of our lower yellow cards. Like this one. Yeah. And I think we get rid of a 4. No, the 4s are good to keep around. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Okay. So we got good with Nami there. Do we want to do some more? Do we want to... We haven't tutored in a while. We haven't tutored. I'd also like the opportunity to talk to Cal a little bit more. And Tang, of course. Oh. Let's see if researching xenobotany gets me anything new with Cal. Surveyor Tonin found blepgrass shortly after the colony landed on Vertumna. The waxy violet grass grows almost everywhere near the colony, and when you steep its roots you get a deep purple tea. It tastes horrible, grassy and bitter, but it's a stimulant and mildly hallucinogenic, so the adults think it's great. They've been drinking it for years, with no ill effects except for an overwhelming urge to stick your tongue out and say blech when you taste it. You've been trying to cultivate new variants that don't taste as awful, or have more potent stimulant or hallucinogenic properties. Maybe you'll even find some entirely new medicinal usage. You're ready to test a new strain. Tangent would probably appreciate a better stimulant, and Cal would appreciate a nicer trip. Who will be your test subject? Testing on humans, or a potent brew? Cal. You bring Cal a cup of freshly brewed blep tea and tell him to give it a try. He grimaces at the taste, but he drinks the whole thing. He's a strong thing, that Cal. You've arranged to do this test at the end of Cal's workday, just in case it really knocks him out. After a while, you ask him to report on how he feels. Cal blinks at you lazily. Oh, hey, Solana, he says, as if just noticing you're still there. He's been in deep philosophical conversation with the bobber plant for the last few hours, delighted when it bobs up and down like it's agreeing with him. The high is really pleasant, he says, surfing his hand through the slight breeze. Don't think I like my heart feels funny. Like it's beating too fast, then like it just stops, and like I'm worried it doesn't want to start again, and then it goes thump thump really hard when it starts up again, you know? That's probably not good, bud. Sounds like Cal is experiencing some pretty common palpitation symptoms. You tell Cal this strain must be too strong, but he disagrees. No, it's fine, he says. It's just a little weird at first. If I know everything's gonna be fine, it won't bother me as much. The next time, it'll be totally chill. Get back to work, or... Sure, man, go nuts. Hopefully this won't kill him. Should I save? Should I save? Please don't die, Cal. Okay. I'm gonna save and say, sure, man, go nuts. Next time, well, sure, you were just gonna toss the rest of the strain anyway. But if Cal wants to have a real deep relax with it, no harm there. I'm really nervous about that. I'm gonna load that, actually. And tell him to go back to work, please. I regretted that instantly. Wait, hold on. When did I load that? Load? Research xenobotany. Okay. It's giving me this whole thing again. Cal. Get back to work, dude. Oh, yeah. He nods as if to music only he can hear. I was supposed to work today. I don't want to kill Cal. Please. I was really scared for a second. Oh my god. Okay. 3, 4, 5. Good. 7, 8. Yeah. Yay. Okay. Nice. He's not dead. Because I told him not to do drugs. That's what I saved his life from the evils of drugs. I'm a hero. The fact that it didn't give me immediate feedback for that decision made me really scared. I was gonna give him a heart attack, I feel like. Alright, if we're focusing in on these social skills, maybe we should study humanities some more? You're doing creative writing in teams, and you're paired with Mars. You wish it was Tang, she always does so well on these. The theme is Earth's natural environment. Mars takes the topic at face value and wants to write about how beautiful everything was on Earth, with blue skies and green plants everywhere, and huge oceans that went forever. It always looks gorgeous in the carefully staged movies you've seen on holovids. Writing an essay or learning about Earth. We already have learning about Earth too. That seems lame. Writing an essay seems better. Mars takes the creative part of creative writing literally, describing Earth's lush forests and verdant plains and deep, jewel-like oceans, with a reverence bordering on the obscene. She's pretty passionate about it, so you let her do most of the work. Mars insists she gets to present it to the class. This, too, is a good idea. Mars is a born presenter. You weren't sure that it's totally based on facts, but it is received well by both your classmates and your teacher. You get a handful of kudos for doing well. Nice. Okay. That's locked in place. And we don't have any social cards. We can use the yellow flower to change something to one, though. Hold on. Let's change this. Oh, that's... Okay. So they're not two of a kind, it's... Okay. That was a bit of a waste, but okay. I bet that's not as good as we could get, but... Eh. I don't care that much about getting the best possible score. It's raining really hard. The music during wet is really beautiful. Where is everybody? I realize I don't check over here maybe often enough. Nami is hanging out over here for some reason. That's weird. Oh, bobber fruit. Cal, I have something for you. Cal is digging at the garden with even more passion than usual. Stupid soldier assholes, he mutters, throwing weeds into a growing pile. They think they're so important. Well, you know, it's harder to grow stuff than it is to kill it. Not that they would know. He sighs and lets himself fall back into the dirt. There's only a war on nature because we keep pissing it off, he says, gesturing to the pile of green weeds. We're an invasive species. Literally. We just gotta figure out our niche in the ecosystem, man. I got something for you. And he wants to talk to me. Yay. You're looking around for Cal when you overhear him, just around the other side of the geoponics dome. For the last time, leave me alone. Doesn't sound good. You get closer and find Cal facing down Rhett and Vase. They've cornered him. Their body language calm and relaxed, while Cal's so angry he's almost shaking. Cal, please listen to us, Rhett says, spreading his hands. We're not here to conscript you. I can't force you to join the army. All I'm saying is that I need good, loyal, strong young men like you out there on the front lines. Rhett smiles. You're a good boy, Cal. I admire your passion for peace and your dedication to fighting for it. That's why I'm here asking you to help me protect the colony. Protect the colony? Cal spits. That is such a lie. You're not protecting anything. You're just slaughtering defenseless animals in their homes. It's disgusting. Hey, Vase reports, taking a step forward with his fist raised. Show some respect. I could barely do that scary man voice right then. I need to take a sip of tea. Okay. Cal squares up, like he's ready to take the hit. For who? He asks, voice sharp. Psychopaths like you? Vase roars and looks like he's about to take a swing, but Rhett holds him back with one raised hand. Vase slinks back to Rhett's side, glowering at Cal. I can tell you need a bit more time, Rhett says. I just wanted you to know that my door is always open if... Get lost, Cal says, cutting Rhett off. Rhett looks surprised. I'm not interested. I never will be. Vase looks like he's about to lip off again, but Rhett speaks before he can. All I ask is that you keep it in the back of your mind, Cal. When you come around, I'll be happy to talk about your options. With that, they leave. Vase gives you a scathing look as they pass. Cal sits down heavily on the stack of fertilizer he must have been carrying around before Vase and Rhett cornered him. This isn't even the first time, he mutters, his face in his hands. They're really dead set on getting me to join the hunting parties. I told them I don't want to kill anything, and Rhett was like, it's okay, you can just tell us how to kill them. He looks up, exasperated. Like that's any better. Defending the colony is important, but Cal doesn't want you, so they shouldn't make Cal. I wish they would leave you alone. Me too, Cal sighs. They have a real messed up idea of what it means to serve the colony. Like, who do they think grows their food? Ghosts? Cal picks at a loose thread in the sack he's sitting on. Man, this whole war is light-speed stupid, he mutters. Loom and his people come crashing in here and think they run the place because they have bombs and guns, and nobody stops to think, like, maybe we're actually the invasive species here. We need to live in harmony with nature. I'm glad you agree, Cal says. I just feel like we showed up and plopped ourselves right in the middle of the food web, Cal continues, and we didn't even think for a second about the chaos that would cause in the ecosystem. We owe it to this planet to do our best to try to understand. Cal's shoulders slump in a sigh, and he pushes himself to his feet. Man, I wish I could still talk about this stuff with Anemone, he says, slinging the sack of fertilizer over his broad shoulders again. You can see why Rhett wanted to get him the defense force so badly. I miss her, Cal admits. I miss that we used to be so close when we were kids. He shakes his head. But she's gone all human supremacist now, and I just can't stomach that, you know? Poor guy. He's great. I love him. I wish we could make things better for you, Cal. I really wish we could. What should we do now? I want to get rid of that card that Mars gave us, because that kind of sucks, honestly. Like, let's see, where is it? Oh, it's 2, and it becomes 3 if the card to the left is... That's so lame. Forget that. That is going to be no help to us. Alright. Maybe we can get toughness up high enough if we keep working at the farm. Or we could do some xenobotany. I feel like we got new stuff with that. You're running out of things to study. Maybe it would help if you went out and foraged something yourself. You might discover a whole new species of plant. Great. Glad I wasted my time on that. Neighbors become mental. Okay. That's good. So let's see. Are there any that I can make into 7s? Hold on. Now that becomes an 8. Hold on. I can make this 6, 7, 8, 9. Nice. And 5. Sweet. Yeah. Alright, come on. Give me something I can give to people. I feel like I'm really stagnating on increasing these friendships. The best luck I'm having is with Nami. Tang isn't giving me any new opportunities to help her with stuff. And I don't know. It's just that, you know, I'm sure that working as as a medical assistant would help me out with Tang, because that's something new and it would give me new dialogue, but like I said, I feel weird giving up farming and teaching for that. Solana's not a doctor. She's a farmer, she's a teacher. That's what she is. We're running out of things to study, so let's just work on the farm. When the rains come, it's time to harvest the crops. Really, this should have been done before wet, but everyone's been so busy that the corn is practically drooping to the ground, laden with fat yellow cobs. It's going to be a struggle to get everything harvested before it rots. It's up to you, Cal, and the rest of the agriculturalists to save this year's harvest. You and Cal look at the field with a growing sense of dread. Cal almost never likes competitive games, but he begrudgingly admits that you both probably work faster if you pretended to compete to see who can harvest the most ears of corn. Game on. Alright, it's brains. Our toughness sucks. Work with our brains. Card gets +3 if we put it there. Alright, should we save that for later? Yeah, we should probably save that for later. So this would become 8. Let's just use this one now. And the difference is... okay, I can deal with that. Okay. +2 to cards with gems. Pretty good. Alright. This is unchangeable. +1 for each card with gems, so we're going to want to use this. 3, 4, 4. Not quite. Hold on. There we go. I made that a 3 of a kind. Didn't quite get best possible score, but we won. You figure out a way to quickly separate the actual edible part of the corn from the starchy green leaves, while Cal just rips the whole stalk out, roots and all. You remember that the stalk and roots you leave will melt and go gooey over the glow season, and serve to fertilize next year's crop. It may have worked faster, but Cal will still have to haul the stalks back later. You got a handful of extra kudos for all your effort, and there'll be more where that came from. Increased rewards for farming! Sweet! +2 for every other mental card. Sweet! We're getting very stressed, and it's time for glow. Anyone want to talk? Please? Or give me a collectible that I can give to somebody? Oh, the door is closed over there. Is it always closed during glow? Interesting. Okay. Maybe it'd be weird to farm during glow. Let's tutor. How about it? I already got this dialogue. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Pretty good, yeah. I like that wild card. It's good. You're just putting your boots on to grab dinner in the lounge when you hear the colony's sirens begin to wail. It's the yearly attack. Ugh. They couldn't have waited until you ate dinner. Rude. It's becoming too commonplace. Outside your window, you watch the colony defense begin to mobilize. Your hollow palm chimes with the usual reminders for all civilian colonists to stay indoors. Governor Loom is so confident in the colony's defense these days that there aren't even designated emergency shelters, so your room is the safest place to be. You post up in bed and scroll through Congruence's media library, intending to wait out the attack here. You wait a long time. The sounds of fighting don't cease for hours, long past dinner time and well into the evening, then even past the usual changing of the guard. From your window, you can see plas rifle fire atop the walls, and the steady pew-pew of the laser turrets, bright flashes fighting back the gloom of glow. You want to stay up, but eventually it gets so late that you force yourself to sleep. After a fretful rest, you wake up to the realization that the colony is still under attack. In the perpetual twilight of glow, it's hard to tell the time, but your growling stomach knows. It's well past breakfast, and you missed dinner last night. While you're deciding what to do, your holopalm chimes with a priority video announcement. Governor Loom appears on your holopalm, looking surprisingly well-groomed. "Good morning, Vertumna," he says with a calm smile. "As you may know, the colony is still engaged in battle against the alien threat. The walls are holding strong, and our soldiers keep mowing those Xenos down, but there is no sign of stopping yet. All non-combat personnel are to continue to shelter in place, while our brave soldiers defend the colony. Non-essential work is suspended. Meals and other supplies will be brought door to door." He clenches his fist. "Stay strong, Vertumna. We'll weather this siege together." As he signs off, the colony's social media lights up with conversation. Mars and Nami are excited to skip work and watch holovids. Tangent is frustrated she can't go to the lab and concerned for her experiments. Cal's worried about the fields. Only Vase and Anemone are silent, probably because they're still out there fighting. In the permanent dusk of glow, the day seems to drag on forever. Again, you have to force yourself to sleep with the sound of gunfire drifting through your windows. When you wake up the next morning, you realize you can't stomach another day of being cooped up in your room. Your anxiety has congealed into boredom. Anemone and Vase are either fighting or sleeping, and you haven't heard from Dis in days. You bet your other friends would appreciate a visit, though. Alright. Cal, of course. Cal and his family are sheltering together in their quarters. He peers out the window. "I can't believe it's still going on. What's gotten into all of them? He sighs and rubs his face in frustration. "This wouldn't be happening if we just tried to understand them. I know there's a way we could live in harmony with the planet. I know it. I've seen it." Eventually, you manage to coax him into playing a holo game to pass the time, but he doesn't really feel like talking. 4 more days pass. You and your friends remain trapped indoors, forced to listen to the constant sounds of laser fire and rattling turrets from all around the colony. The Xenos never manage to breach the walls, but they just keep coming. Exhausted guards cycle on and off the walls in shifts, dead-eyed and listless. You catch a glimpse of Anemone mechanically shoveling soy porridge into her mouth before seeming to fall asleep sitting up. Finally, after the 6th day of the siege, you hear a curious sound. Silence. You run out into the colony square to see the soldiers returning from their posts. It's over. Your holopalm lights up with the priority announcement from Governor Loom. "The alien attackers have been defeated," he says. "The siege has ended." Loom smiles broadly and puffs out his chest. "Another year, another win. You're welcome, Vertumna. You're welcome, humanity." "You're welcome, you hear?" And see Chief Rhett nearby, looking livid. What did he do? He rants to his security officers. Race out there like an idiot with his honor guard? Defend strategically unsound positions? Put himself in danger so he had to save his overstuffed ass? The soldiers all shift uncomfortably, but no one disagrees. "And when I actually needed him," Rhett continues, "taking his 12-hour beauty rest while the rest of us slog through endless shifts." The soldiers are exhausted from the siege, so the crowd in the square disperses quickly. Only a few Helios remain, covertly filming Rhett while he continues to rail against Loom. Uh-oh. On the horizon, the first rays of quiet streak the sky with lavender. You watch Utopia's reclamation crew head out through the gates to begin vaporizing xenocorpses for their component molecules. That night, you have terrible dreams. You imagine that you're sieging the colony. That you're a creature crawling in the mud on your belly, the ozone crackle of plasma rifle fire arcing overhead. With your taloned claws, you rip into the walls like they're made of clay, stuffing choking handfuls of it into your mouth. In a moment of lucidity, you try to pull the clay from your throat, but no matter how hard you pull, it just never ends. Solana hasn't been having those moments of deja vu that she had a lot in the beginning of the game. What happened to those? Did they go away with puberty or something? Because sure seems like it. You jolt awake when you realize you've been pulling your own guts out of your throat. Just a dream. You're shaking and coated in a film of terror sweat, your heart pounding. You don't find sleep again before dawnbreak. Alright. We gained a lot of friendship with Cal. Some with Nami, some with Tang, and some with Mars. Nice. Oof. Age 18. Only 2 more years. It's starting to get a little bit, repetitive. I feel like I'm not making a lot of progress in a lot of areas. It feels like the time for romance has kind of come and passed, and all of the stats I really care about are at their highest, and I don't know. I get why the game is structured the way it is. It just feels like I might be playing it wrong. That's also a total possibility, but it seems to be stretching on a little bit beyond what it needs to. I can't imagine this game working in any other range of years besides 10, though, because it has to encapsulate all your teenage years. Still, an interesting dilemma. I wonder how a lot of the design decisions for this game ended up being made when it comes to, the structure of the years and whatnot. Anyway. We finally came out of shelter in place, and everything seems like it's fine all over again. I guess we'll continue trying to break Cal down in the next episode. Until then, I have been Mars, and I will be back with more I Was a Teenage Exocolonist.